Imagine packing your bags and jetting off to a whole new country for less than $1,000. Sounds impossible, right? But it's not. If you're smart about where you go and how you spend, you can absolutely pull off a full international trip without draining your bank account. Today, I'm breaking down 7 countries where you can travel on a total budget of under $1,000, including flights, food, housing, and experiences. No gimmicks, no living on crackers advice. Just real doable travel. 1. Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the best value for money destinations out there. Flights from the US or Europe can be found for around $500 to $600 round trip if you book early. Once you land, your money stretches far. You can get a bed in a hostel for $5 to $10 a night, or a private Airbnb for around $15 to $20. Street food like banh mi and fresh spring rolls usually cost $1 to $2 per meal, and even sit-down restaurants rarely go above $5. Transport between cities is cheap, with sleeper buses or trains costing around $10 to $25. You could easily spend 2 weeks in Vietnam on $1,000 and still eat like a king. 2. Mexico. You don't need to go far if you're from the US. Mexico is right there, and it's affordable. Flights to Mexico City, Cancun, or Guadalajara can dip below $250 round trip, depending on the time of year. In most cities, you can find hostels for $10 a night, or mid-range hotels for $25 to $40. Local food is cheap and incredible. Tacos, tamales, tortas, and aguas frescas are usually under $2 each. Even nicer restaurants rarely push over $10 a meal. You'll spend more if you're on the beach or in a touristy area, but in most cities, you can keep your trip under $1,000 for 7 to 10 days, no problem. 3. Turkey. Turkey blends Europe and Asia with incredible food, culture, and landscapes. Flights from Europe are often $150 to $300, and even from the US, you can sometimes snag deals for under $500. Istanbul is more expensive, but if you head to places like Izmir, Antalya, or Cappadocia, you'll find rooms for $15 to $25, full meals for $3 to $5, and local buses for just a few bucks, tea shops, street vendors, and fresh simit in the morning. It's a cheap way to feel rich. You could easily do 10 days here for under $1,000. 4. Indonesia, especially Bali. Bali gets a lot of hype, but it's actually super affordable once you're there. Flights from the US or Europe are steep, usually $600 to $800. But if you find a deal or start your trip in Southeast Asia, it becomes doable. Once you arrive, accommodation is dirt cheap. Hostels go for $7 to $15 a night, or rent a guest house with a pool for $20 to $30. Local warungs serve rice, noodles, and curries for $1 to $3 a meal. You'll probably want to rent a scooter to get around. That's about $5 per day. You can easily stay a week or longer for under $1,000, even if your flight eats up half the budget. 5. Georgia. The country, not the state. This is one of the most underrated travel spots in the world. Flights to Tbilisi can be found for $400 to $600 from Europe or the Middle East. Once there, housing is insanely cheap. You can get a nice guest house or Airbnb for $15 to $25 a night. The food, next level. Khachapuri, kinkali dumplings, grilled meats, usually $3 to $5 per dish. The countryside is stunning, and most activities like hiking or wine tours are low cost or even free. With $1,000, you could easily stay 10 days, eat great food, and experience something completely different. 6. Albania. Yep, Albania. It's one of the cheapest countries in Europe, and shockingly beautiful. Think mountains, beaches, castles. But without the tourist crowds, flights into Tirana can be found for $100 to $250 from within Europe. If you're coming from the US, consider flying to Italy or Greece first, then hopping over. Lodging runs about $10 to $20 a night, and food is consistently cheap. A big meal might cost you $5 to $7. Albania's buses are cheap, and many sites are free, or just a few bucks. You could do a full 10-day trip here for under $1,000 without feeling restricted. 7. Morocco. Flights from Europe to Morocco can be as low as $50 with budget airlines. From the US, it's usually $500 to $700, but still doable with planning. Riyadh's traditional guest houses are incredibly affordable, often $20 to $30 a night, and include breakfast, tagines, couscous, street food, mint tea. You'll rarely spend over $5 to $6 per meal. Markets are free to explore, taxis are negotiable, and cities like Chefchaouen and Marrakesh offer rich culture without a rich person price tag. Morocco is one of the best bang-for-buck countries if you want history, food, and color. So yeah, $1,000 might not go far at home, but if you pick the right destination, it can buy you a week or two of food, flights, adventure, and memories somewhere incredible. The key is flexibility. Look for flight deals, travel off-season, and be open to less hyped destinations. Got another country you think should be on the list? Drop it in the comments. And if you liked this, subscribe for more budget-friendly travel breakdowns. You really don't need a ton of money to explore the world. Just a little research, a good backpack, and an appetite for adventure.